wonderful good day to you all. I'm happy to be here to present our new agent. My name is Bettina Abalog. I work for Sepik in Germany, have done so for more than 12 years now. I'm a business development manager, and I'm happy to present to you Lumipod today, our new tan booster for a sun-kissed skin. So we developed Lumipod as a solution for a consumer need for healthy, radiant tan. So our skin is the first thing everybody sees when they perceive us for the first time. And a healthy tone is perceived as particularly healthy. People think, it makes them think of holidays, good times, well-being, and even youthfulness. At the same time, however, people are becoming increasingly aware of the dangers of sun radiation. Not just that it contributes to skin aging, but also the danger of sunburn or skin cancer conditions. Even in Germany, more than 200,000 people contract skin cancer each year. So possible solutions to this problem include self-tanning products in order to achieve a tanned skin tone and at the same time reduce sun exposure. There are products such as dihydroxyacetone or erythrulose, which take effect due to a chemical reaction on the skin. So our solution is called Lumipod, and Lumipod boosts melanin synthesis from the inside. So this means you can reduce sun exposure and will reach a beautiful tan skin tone simply because the tan comes from inside, from your own skin, for a sun-kissed tan. So what is Lumipod? Lumipod is a lipoamino acid. You can see it here. This is octanoyl-leucine, which is a biosourced amino vector. The leucine amino acid, which also plays a role in skin pigmentation, has a lipo part, which makes for a particularly good skin affinity. And this is combined with isosorbide, which is derived from starch. And this is the part that improves delivery and efficacy. This is then esterified, and what we obtain is isosorbityl octanoyl-leucine, which is the main compound in Lumipod. So these are the characteristics of Lumipod, just a summary. The INCI is isosorbate caprylyl, caprylyl-leucine isosorbate esters. It is produced in France. The use level is 1%. This is what we tested. It's a light yellow viscous liquid. You can see it here. It's transparent. It has an amphiphilic structure with a lipophilic tendency and contains no preservatives. So possible claims include tan booster with long-lasting effect for a healthy glow, sun-kissed tan, and it is an activator of melanogenesis, melanosome maturation, and melanosome transfer. It's Cosmos certified and Mass Balance certified. So next, I would like to present to you the in vivo test. So this is the protocol. We tested Lumipod on 20 Caucasian women between 20 and 37 years of age with a skin phototype of 3. What we tested was a formula with 1% Lumipod, a formula with 1% acetyltyrosine, which was our positive reference, an essential amino acid, which is involved in the formation of melanin, and an untreated area. So the product was applied on the thigh twice a day during 11 days, and about every other day there was a UV application. Now this UV application corresponded to the MPD of the minimum pigmentation dose. It was determined individually for each participant in advance. It was between 12.5 and 19.5 joules per square centimeter, with a mean of 16.6. Now this corresponds to sun exposure of 1 hour and 45 minutes in Paris or London, or 1.5 hours in California in April. It minimizes the UV radiation, which each and every one of us is exposed to every day. Now, you can see at the bottom the application across 11 days, 6 UV applications in order to measure the melanin boost effect, and we determined the long-lasting effect afterwards by taking more measurements and taking pictures for 2 more weeks, but there was no more product application, no more UV application. What we measured was the pigmentation, and we used ITA, individual typology angle, which is a system that was developed in order to determine skin color, skin pigmentation. It's based on the parameters L, which is luminance, or in this case, if you want to investigate the tanning effect, this is the reduction of the L factor, which means it goes towards dark. It darkens. You can see the L value going down in the graph on the left. And an increase of the B value, which is the yellow and red parameters. So at the bottom, you can see how it increases. So what you obtain is a tanning effect through the decrease of this ITA, which is determined by the L and B values. Now, these are the results. On the y-axis, you can see the ITA variation, so rising towards the negative, and the x-axis depicts the days. So just to recap, we applied the product across 11 days, twice daily, with 6 UV applications. That's the tan boosting area. And from day 12 till day 25, you can see the long-lasting effect. So the gray graph shows the untreated area, the yellow one is acetyltyrosine, the positive reference, and the orange line is Lumipod. And you can see that even as early as day 4, Lumipod shows an effect that is twice as high as acetyltyrosine, and it rises to 15% on day 12, and then it remains constant. So this gives us the long-term effect that we can see, a long-term tanning effect. The tanning effect lingers. Now, these are images of a very average participant, so you can actually see the skin tone changing, tanning. It's always compared with the untreated zone and 1% Lumipod. So one is from day 7, so that's still during the application period, and one is on day 18, which was during the long-term effect observation period. So at that point, Lumipod hadn't been applied for a week, and there was no UV application. And you can see that Lumipod gives you a very nice skin tone with a long-term effect compared to the untreated area. I would now like to present the mechanism of action in a bit more detail. So, Lumipod works in 2 ways. One is the stimulation of melanin synthesis, and the other is the stimulation of melanosome transfer. So what you see here is a summary of the mode of action. We have proven the stimulation of melanin synthesis both in vitro as well as in reconstructed human epidermis. The stimulation of synthesis of the melanin enzymes were proven on reproduced human epidermis, and melanin maturation, melanosome maturation is also boosted. The second effect, the second mode of action is stimulating melanosome transfer, so that melanocytes are transported into the keratinocytes on the surface of the skin. This was proven in vitro, and the number of transferred melanosomes was increased as well. This was also proven in vitro. And melanosome transfer as such on a whole was increased as well, and also proven on reproduced human epidermis, or RHE. So this boosts melanin synthesis and melanosome transfer, which leads to this long-term tan boost, which we have proven in vivo. Now, this is a framework formulation with Lumipod, which is a cream gel based on Sebulife Nude, which is a liquid acrylate polymer, which does not fall under the microplastics regulation, according to the agency. It's a natural origin of 61%, combined with Sologama X, which is a natural polymer from our house. There's a small oil phase based on Imagal 19, which is a natural alkane, combined with almond oil and 1% Lumipod and 1% hydrochrosome to provide moisture. What I should mention is, due to the fact that Lumipod has a different mode of action than the DHA, for instance, it does not color or discolor the hands, and you achieve a very even tan. And you can get dressed directly after application, so the color doesn't stick to your clothes, which is a good advantage. This is another framework formulation, again an emulsion based on Antonov 82, a natural sugar emollient, an acrylate, EO-free powder, which does not fall under the microplastics discussion either. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to approach us. We will be happy to go into more detail about that. Again, we have various oils, Imogreen as a natural light alkane, a silicone replacement in combination with various types of butter, Aquaxyl as a moisturizer, Cepifine BB, which is a natural texturizing agent, which provides a powdery skin feel, and then again 1% of Lumipod. Both formulations are found there. I set them up on the table, so if you would like to test it, feel free to do so. So these are the key points. So Lumipod is a tan booster, an amino vector, a lipoamino acid with very high bioaffinity for a sun-kissed skin with a long-lasting effect. You can reduce sun exposure and will reach a natural skin color, a natural tan. It is very easy to apply. As I said, it does not discolor. It boosts melanin synthesis and and provides better melanocyte maturation and transfer. If you have any questions, you'll find us in Hall 2 at booth B12. I hope you like this. If you have any questions, feel free. Thank you.